Okay, first anime I have seen that actually I think it came out a couple of months ago to maybe like ending of last year, but the anime I have man, the anime I just watched is Witch Hat Alterior. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's how you say it. But yeah, it's just I just finished episode 1. Explaining the girl Coco who wants to be a witch, but she can't because she wasn't born with the talent of magic, even though apparently witches write their spells down. Apparently, just explains like her interest, how it started. Apparently, like when she got a picture book from a witch sitting in an alleyway, I assume that if any child sees a stranger in an alleyway sitting in a corner being like, hey, I got something for you. It's a picture book. You can cast spells like a real witch. It's like, hey, look, I got candy. I'm sitting in a van. No. And of course, she apparently used her allowance money for this book and the wand. And when she like got back out, she was in a festival with her mom. And of course her mom thought, oh, it's joke fodder. She'll outgrow it. No. She was like in her preteen years, like maybe like 11 or 12. And she hits this age, meets a witch named, give me a minute. Okay, so a witch shows up at her mom and her and her mom's cottage. Apparently they sell a fabric store down below. His name is, hang on, this Qifrey? Qifrey? Yeah. I think it's qifrey or qifrey. I don't know. I only heard it once and I think I'm saying it wrong. So yeah, apparently he shows up. I had to pause when I heard his voice, and then I remembered there was a guy who actually reviewed this anime, and he says his voice is like butter. And I'm like, yeah, it is. It is like butter. The voice actor did very well on that. But yeah, after she got to know him, there's like 3 little prissy princesses who's these 2 little boys mess up the carriage. They make the bottom fall out. I'm like, how is the bottom part? The only thing that's like, oh yeah, we can't lift it away. The bottom is out because there is a sigil on the bottom of this. I guess it's like a it's just a stone platform. It got messed up, like smudged out, and nope, there went the sigil. And of course, Qifrey, if that's how you frickin' say it, looks at it. He was like, and of course they're whining, complaining, saying it's the kid's fault, and I'm like, they're kids. What are the kids gonna do? Leave it alone? There's a Pegasus. There's 2 Pegasus outside of it, and this carriage is magical. What does that show? They're gonna leave it alone. No, kids will be kids. In any reality, anime, fantasy, but all in all, kids mess it up. Qifrey is looking at it and he's like, I can fix it. Oh yeah, I forgot. Let me pull out my witch's hat and oh, you're a witch. Like when that part shows up, I'm like, yeah. Shoot. But yeah, I'm like, yeah, he's a witch. Whoop-de-doo. They're called warlocks, actuality. In other terms, if you want to be technical, which that's me. I like being technical. He calls himself, I'm a witch, but in my head, I'm like, you're a warlock. Because that's the male version of a witch. That bugs me. But skip ahead of that. After that, he fixes it. They fly off. And then he says, la-di-da, bye. And of course, her mom says, oh, I'm so glad. I thought you were going to go off with that man and go and be a witch. And of course, this gets stuck in the daughter's head. And of course, when they have dinner, go to bed, say goodnight to each other, she pretends to go to bed, but then she's like, let me open my picture book. And then she realizes the wand is a pen. Because she pulls the bottom off, and then she sees the pen part, pulls the ink part out, and then she's like, oh yeah, here's the ink. And then she just starts drawing random sigils on every single empty page you can find. And I think she had over 20 sigils drawn out in her room on the floor. And she's like, okay, perfectly drawn ones are stronger spells. Sloppy ones don't last long. Yeah, the stronger ones last longer and are stronger, but the sloppy ones are short-lived and not as strong. Of course, here's the one I remember. It had a dragon on the bottom of it. This last one she drew. And because she doesn't see behind her, qifrey is about to jump behind her and grab her before she finishes the sigil. When she finishes it, all hell breaks loose. He grabs her. They flung out of the house. He blasts off into the sky like a freaking rocket. And of course, looking down, there's just like crystals bursting out of her bedroom. And then down the roof, their old mom walks out. And she's just like, Coco, where you at? Coco! Doesn't see this happening. And of course, Coco sees this. She screams. She's shoving her feet in qifrey's face. I don't know how she was able to go from pushing his face with her hand to flopping around, shoving her feet in his face. I don't know. But yeah, that was hilarious. But yeah, it was just, she was like, drop me, I need to save my mom. And friggin', no, I can't drop you, don't, I'm trying to hold you. Nope, he let go, not on purpose, on accident. And she falls. Was about to touch the crystallized, I guess this, the water is affected as well. So when mom heard Coco yelling, Mom, look out. So she goes, huh? And there's crystals just bursting out. And then she tries to run. She's stuck. And then she gets crystallized, of course. Coco feels like crap. She's a child. She didn't know. Of course, qifrey was when it happened, he yelled in her face, what did you draw? I'm like, wow, that's the first thing you want to do. But yeah, when it happens, you got to know what happened. What did she draw? In her panic state, she's like, I don't know. Tears flowing. And then she sees what she did because her mom's crystallized. Her house is gone. That's a big crystal mountain. And now she feels like crap. And of course, when they had this talk, because she knows how the witches have their spells appear, he's like, we're going to have to wipe your memories. And she's like, what? No, I don't want. She doesn't want to forget the book. She doesn't want to forget her mom, the memories. She doesn't want to forget it. And of course, she's crying this to qifrey. And of course, when she mentions the picture book, he goes, I know the person who sold it to her. And that man is someone I'm looking for. I need this girl. But in my head, what happens when he doesn't need her anymore? Will he get rid of her? I don't know. But all I know is that he's training her to be a witch. Let's see how good she gets. Apparently, she has a great memory. Much better than mine. Mine's... But yeah, hopefully y'all like that explanation of, yeah. Hat witch, atelier. I think I said that right. So, if I see another interesting part, I'll let you guys know, okay? Alright, bye!